أقسم بالله العظيم أن ندافع عن شعبنا.
The blood still flows in Syria while the battles continue. Syrian President Bashar Assad feels that he is losing grip on his country and in coordination with the Iranian regime has invited a new player to the battlefield, Hezbollah, in a bid to overwhelm his opposition.
The U.S. is in no hurry for a solution because more killing of the armed opposition, more killing of the Syrian army, more killing of the Syrian security services, more killing of the different components of Syrian society means a weak, exhausted Syria, which will eliminate its role in the regional equation. Who will benefit? Israel and the U.S.
During the last weeks, thousands of Hezbollah militants invaded Syria, fighting alongside the Syrian troops. A few victories were recorded when the militants succeeded in conquering various villages.
إصرار على 3000 إنه 3000 طيب نفينا أول مرة نفينا ثاني مرة لا في إصرار بيجي معه كمان جديد من مدة أنه آلاف المقاتلين من جيش المهدي من العراق دخلوا إلى سوريا. يعني شو بدهم يقولوا؟ بدهم يقولوا يا سنة قوموا لينا هو الشيعة جايين من لبنان والشيعة جايين من العراق عم بيقاتلوا بسوريا. مش هذا المقصود؟ مش هذا التحويل الطائفي والمذهبي؟
The involvement of Hezbollah's militants in Syria has been revealed by the international media. Various reports surfaced citing the death of a Hezbollah commander on Syrian soil, General Nassif, who is also known as Abu Abbas.
تم بعون الله تعالى قتل قائد الحاجز الرائد رامي العلي و15 عنصرا من الشبيحة وإصابة الملازم باسل شعبان وقتل ثلاثة عناصر من حزب الله وكان على رأس التعزيزات علي حسين ناصيف الملقب بأبي العباس أحد أهم قيادي حزب الله.
If I were to give Hezbollah advice, now is the moment to push Assad for a negotiated peace. A negotiated peace is the last thing the United States wants. It wants to topple the Syrian regime. If a negotiated peace were to take place where the Russians are right now and where the Chinese are right now, I think the results would be relatively balanced for both sides, thus maintaining Syria in its position as an ally of Hezbollah and Iran and ruining the American game plan.
Israel and the United States warned on various occasions on Iran's and Hezbollah's involvement in the Syrian civil war and emphasized the danger that it might inflame the region if Syria's vast chemical stockpiles fall into the wrong hands.
Most recently, the Syrian regime has chosen the path of murder and the mass arrests of its citizens. The United States has condemned these actions, and working with the international community, we have stepped up our sanctions on the Syrian regime, including sanctions announced yesterday on President Assad and those around him.
It's time to name Hezbollah as a terrorist organization, to take action against it.
The confrontation in Syria and the involvement of Hezbollah and Iran poured over into the studios of Arab television channels. The eyes of the international community looks with concern to the battles in Syria, knowing that the downfall of Bashar Assad will weaken the axis of evil, Hezbollah, Iran and Syria.